Alright, let's talk about OB60 Palaskins. Now, before I talk about additions, I have to talk about two changes. First of all, Dutchman Makoa got a little bit of a buff, in that if you have Dutchman equipped, he now has a special, different song for his ultimate. You know how you've got that percussive ching ching for regular? Well, Dutchman Makoa got a new one. Haven't had the chance to listen to this. Also, Infernal Ceres has some new sounds for her little, Shadow Travel? Shadow Travel. That has new sounds for. Alright, let's talk about some new stuff. First off, Genos' Ghoulish Goalie, it looks stupid, alright? Androx's, his Screech, it looks stupid. Ceres' back to her Parasite, it looks stupid, okay? Those three are really dumb. Torvald's Grave Robber's Spoils. This actually looks pretty nice. It doesn't interfere with anything too much. If you're gonna go with it, I suggest comboing it with one of the Rock Gauntlets. And then also, since Clockwork Set goes really nicely with the whole thing, use that, and then the Historian's Gauntlet that goes with it, and you can use that. Then we've got Ruckus and Lil Andy. This is actually friggin' amazing. I think this is hilarious. So to do that, use the Hawk and Hawk miniguns, as they have essentially the same color scheme, with the white and the white, this dark blue fits with the black, and then the green and the green. This is just the best you can do with Lil Andy, although, even though Lil Andy is pretty cool, I still think going with Star Slayer is better, and then the Hawk jumpsuit. So there's Ruckus. Alright, those are the headpieces. Now, Pip also got a little weapon, as well as, let me make mention, that he also got his Cosmic and Obsidian sets. Now, the Boo Blaster is annoying. It doesn't mesh really well with anything. The best I could do with it is go with either Mad Scientist body and goggles, and you know, this looks good enough. Kind of looks like a kid about to go trick-or-treating. If you're not gonna do that, I suppose the Invader can work. But you know, if you're gonna go Invader, you might as well just use the Plasma Caster, because it looks fine. That looks a bit better. So yeah, really, although Boo Blaster is nice, and I love the little ghost chickens, I just think that either full-on Invader, full-on Mad Scientist, or the Brewster and Pandemonium looks better. Alright, there's that. Now, let's talk about the two full-on skins that we got. Maldamba! Okay, so between this, the full-on Wickerman. Wickerman is not bad. However, I think between this and Chancellor overall, Chancellor is better. With the exception of this is the best snake. Like, amongst all snakes, this is clearly the best snake. So you have to use what goes with it. We saw it before. You could go full-on Wickerman, but I prefer going with Defiler body and Defiler's mask. That looks pretty good for what you got with it. You got the good snack. You've got also the snack has little horns, and you've got these bigger horns. So that all works together. And then the Wickerman voice pack is hilarious. Use it. Alright, then we've got Eevee coming in. So Eevee is also quite nice. The Bewitching set is an interesting one. I think if you don't want to go on full-on Bewitching, use the orange pigtails on it, and this looks nice. Or you could leave the hat on, go with the Evocation's orange body. Because that still works. It's got this orange and black color scheme that still works. Really, I like this short brown hair. Like, the shorter hair on some of the female champions looks better, honestly. I wish I could take this hat off and just have that shorter hair. You know, a lot of people are just gonna go straight on Bewitching, because why would you give up looking at that sick pair of boots? And then, every time I thought about what I was gonna say during this, I forgot about these two, okay? Strix's Raven set is honestly the best rare skin in the game. This is just amazing. I feel like this should have been what Strix was like initially. This should have been the default Strix. It would be so much cooler. Just look at that, especially with the reskins that would come in later. This mask is amazing. The bones on his guns, it's just awesome. So yeah, Raven Strix is amazing. And then also, I want to talk about Blightbark. You can see what I'm doing right here. Make him into the full-on dead tree. Take the Brightbark body and axe, and then use the winter foliage. And it looks pretty okay. Also, I don't usually talk about voice packs, but the Doom Shroom voice pack goes really well with this. Other different foliages you could take. You can take Brightbark, obviously. Autumn can work with it. Frosty, no, this is borderline joke. Rosebud, no, again, joke. Doom Shroom, actually haven't looked at Doom Shroom. Does not look terrible, but not necessarily all that cool. But yeah, overall, I think going the winter foliage with this, and then also, just gotta make mention, Nature's Fury, this roar emote, it's pretty cool. Look at that. Going Donkey Kong on us. So yeah, those are the new skins in this patch, and my opinions on them as the Paladin Skin Rating Doctorate holder I am. I hope you all enjoyed looking at this with me. If you have a different opinion, share it. But just know, if it's about the Genos, Androxus, or Sarah's hats being good, you're wrong. Go die in a hole. Thank you all for watching. Hope to see you all next time. Till then.